Matthew Stuckey here from Verity Baptist Church, Manila. Just giving you a quick missionary update. And this past week we had a total of 86 salvations. And on Sunday we only had 12 salvations. It was a little bit tougher. Sunday soul winning is basically door to door. And so we didn't get as many as we normally got. But we did have soul winning on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And other souls that were saved during the week. And so a total of 86 salvations. And, I preached 5 sermons this week because I preached in Pampanga at our church plant. And on Wednesday, I finished up the book of Esther. We preached through Esther 9 and 10. We talked about the Jewish holidays and Purim. And, it's kind of bizarre. The holiday of Purim, as they celebrate it now in Judaism, it's a requirement to drink and to get drunk. And, you're basically, the reason why they say is that you're supposed to act like, Haman, and then you become like Mordecai. And there's even a bizarre story in the Talmud where it talks about this man who actually murders somebody on Purim. Then he brings him back to life. And it's just like, what in the world are they trying to teach us in the Talmud, which obviously hates Jesus Christ, blasphemes him. But we talked about that on Wednesday. We got through that. We're going to be going on to some minor prophets here on Wednesday nights now. And on Sunday, I preached 4 sermons. I preached 2 in Manila. I continued the series on types, tactics, and teaching on psychopaths. We talked about the controlling psychopath, the Koras. These are the church splitters. These are the most dangerous people for a church like ours. Churches, a lot of times, they have all these children's ministries. They have all kinds of kids at the service without their parents, and they're attracting violent psychopaths. But our type of church is not going to attract those sorts of people. But you're not going to be able to avoid the Koras, and the Bible promises they're going to be among you. So we got 3 more weeks on this series. We're going to go through it and kind of make some applications here. And so anyways, I talked about the controlling psychopaths, the Koras. We'll have it up on our website here in the next few days, or on YouTube, I should say, if you want to check that out. And, also I talked about the office versus the title of a pastor, or the office versus the title of a bishop. And the Bible speaks about the office being a good work that you desire. But I talked about not desiring having the title, but desiring to do the work. Because that's a big problem we have here in the Philippines, where there's a lot of people that are just so excited to be pastors, but they're not qualified, they're not married, they don't have kids, they aren't properly ordained, or things such as that. But they really want that title of pastor. And they actually call people pastors here in the Philippines that aren't even married. And so although it is a bit of an issue in the U.S., it's even more so here. So I preached on basically it being a wicked desire to really desire that title. It's a great desire to desire the work, but it's wrong to desire the title. And I talked about that. And then in Pampanga, I continued the series on the life of David. We talked about David being a great follower. And then we continued our soul winning verses examined as we covered John 3:36 and John 3:18, which are pretty similar verses that are great verses to use out soul winning. And so anyways, obviously things are really busy here. We're getting towards the Christmas season. We're probably going to have a lower attendance in Manila around Christmas time, because oftentimes people that live in Manila, they work there, but then for the holidays they go home. So we'll have some people probably gone for a couple weeks. We might actually have a boost in attendance in Pampanga, just because people will be going home to their province. And being in Pampanga, those that are, overseas workers and people that are working in other areas. But anyways, continue to pray for our ministry. And thank you, and God bless.